My name is Kat Trout-Barron and I'm a recent graduate of the Ocean City High School. Before I was a graduate, I was a keen observer. My mom was the Ocean City High School Drama Guild president. She helped with cooking, she helped with putting out the posters for shows, she helped with making the shirts. She kind of did a lot of things, and I always admired her, and I'd come with her to the rehearsals because she thought that I would be intrigued by it. And I was. I loved being around so many mature people. I loved seeing the big sets. I loved seeing the high school. I was so enamored with the idea of having these big lockers and being able to do stuff that I really desired and loved. I remember I sat at a table that was all gray and dreary, the ones they still have to this day, and I was with my siblings and their friends who called me Tiny Trout, and they said, I told them, not they said, I said, that I was so excited to come to Ocean City. That I said, I have 3 years left at middle school, and the minute I come back, like here, next time, I'm going to be so strong, I'm going to make it my thing, I'm going to make the most of my time there. And between that and actually going to school, some big things happened for me. One of those things was that I figured out I was gay. I was watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer on my little laptop. It was Halloween, very close to now. And the minute I saw Sarah Michelle Gellar, the world changed for me, really. She was just so beautiful and so powerful, and she could fight vampires and she could fight sexism and she could do it all in a little skirt, and she looked cute and she was saying sweet things. And it was just a moment for me because I went, oh my god, I'm not into Xander or Spike or Angel. I'm into Buffy, and I would love to hold her hand and take her out and ask her what her favorite thing was to use to slay vampires. You know, I'd be by her side. And this kind of scared me, even though it was so innocent, because I didn't know what it meant. I didn't know what being gay was, and I didn't know if people would be okay with that. I wondered if my mom would love me, if those people who I sat with at the Drama Guild would love me, if my siblings would love me, or if my dad would love me. I didn't know I was normal. I didn't think I was. I never have heard of this, and it freaked me out. When I told my mom, it was in New York City at Junior's over a cheesecake, and she said to me, Kat, I love you, and you're not different, and you're still my child. And this was the most important thing someone's ever told me, because it made me realize I am okay to exist like this. And you know, after that I went to Ocean City. Couple years later. My mom sadly was not with us, but I remember telling her I will make the most of my time there because I have promised you that, and our siblings did it, so I must do it. And when I went there, I joined the Ocean City Drama Guild, the Ocean City Band, JSA, and I also was a student ambassador. Now, the pandemic cut me off from actually getting to do a lot as an ambassador, but I remember thinking afterwards, what would I say to kids who want to come to Ocean City? And at the time, I think I would have been, you know, a little bit unsure of what to say, like when I first graduated, because a lot of stuff happened to me while I was there. A lot of people were very nasty. They would call me slurs. They would say things that were very, aggressive. Some people told me that I must have wanted to watch them in the locker rooms because I was gay. People told me I was going to hell for being gay in class, sitting at a desk at 2 in the afternoon. Most of my friends have been targeted there. They have been told similar things, some worse than others. And, you know, it was kind of terrifying. And I thought, you know, this was a part of me growing up, but I'm sure it could get better, or that, you know, people will, you know, go through it and then they'll find a place that is accepting. But I realized very quickly after I left that that is not the right mindset, and that where you come from is always a part of you. So, you know, I still care deeply about Ocean City and about that area. So that is why when on Thursday, September 8th, Liz Nicoletti, Robin Schaefer, and Catherine Panico were at a rally for parents' rights with Reverend Quinlan, that I felt disheartened. Because this is my hometown. This is a place where I had my first kiss, where I've met my friends for my life, and where I met incredible teachers and was a part of incredible things. And these people are standing in a place where I've hung out with my friends, where I've sat and held people's hands, where I felt like the world was on my shoulders, and they are saying that I shouldn't exist, that my friends shouldn't exist, that teachers shouldn't exist, teachers who are gay, teachers who support gay people. We are dangerous. The rhetoric they used is incredibly harmful. I do not want you to think it is anything but. They can tell you that it's for protection. They can tell you that they're worried for their kids' sexualization, or they're worried that their kids are learning about sex too young. These are all dog whistles. Hidden behind these words is hate for the queer community. We have heard this for years. Remember with Defense Against Marriage? They said, we're just upholding the values of marriage. We're preserving something. And you know what it was? An ability to make sure that queer people could not get married. All of these things are engrossed in hatred for queer people. And it is so allowed and accepted in Ocean City, and it hurts. Because I know it can be better. I know people there can be better. These 3 names I listed, Robin Schaefer, Liz Nicoletti, and Catherine Panico, cannot represent the Ocean City School Board. They do not represent all students. If they think that queer students in Ocean City are manipulated or created by books, they have a big storm coming. Because so many queer students have been going there for years are listening. So many teachers are listening, and they're watching who agrees. They're watching what they say, and they will respond. Because we are human. We deserve to be human. We deserve to exist. We are not sexual beings coming to climb under your kid's bed and go, ooh! We are humans. We just want to love, we just want to learn, and we want to know about our lives. Your kids being taught that other people exist is not a problem. Queer people are not sexual. The idea of queer people being a huge sexual being comes from a deeply, deeply homophobic history. It ties back into sexology, which, in a quite quick summary, was used to say the bodies of queer people must be extremely different, and that's how you can tell that they're gay and other people aren't gay. So it made this idea that we're born with different deformities, or we're born of a different type of human. That's where that comes from. There has been years and years and years of dehumanizing and devaluing queer lives. We cannot let that happen here. We have to stand and fight against these people. We cannot continue to be silent. I want to be proud that Ocean City is my hometown. When I think back on the question of when I was an ambassador, what should I have said? I want to say, I would tell people to go to Ocean City. I would tell people it's a good school. I want to be proud of my community, and I want the teachers and students of Ocean City to be safe. Please think of all students, and not just the ones who are heterosexual and white. And cisgender. Forgot about that, because apparently pronouns, even though everyone has them, are a problem. But please, I'm just begging you to listen to the queer people and the allies who are asking you to fight. You cannot be silent right now. You have to stand with us. Thank you.